I am happy, you are happy, he is happy. The verb changes because the noun changes. However, many learners still make many mistakes because of a difficult noun or noun phrase. So here are some of the most common difficult ones. Go. Species is on the brink of extinction. The species are on the brink of extinction. Huh. Species is a noun whose singular and plural verb forms are exactly the same. So be careful which one you mean when you speak. Are you talking singular or plural? Here are some other examples. The news about the king's death has been reported around the world. Now, news is a noun which, despite having an S, has no plural form. This is because it is uncountable, and like all uncountable nouns, it uses a singular verb. Here are some more examples. The police are coming! The police are coming! Police is a noun which describes a collection of police officers. This means it has no singular form and always uses a plural verb. Here are some more examples. And don't forget objects which come in pairs, like glasses and trousers. It also happens when we make an adjective into a collective noun using the. The British are coming! The British are coming! Did you get it? Of course you got it. The government is debating the new law. The government are debating the new law. Now, government is a collective noun which represents a group of people, like police. But unlike police, which is always plural, government can be singular or plural depending on whether you mean a group of individuals working together, i.e. they, or a single unit, it. Here are some more examples. It's also worth noting that in a relative clause we use who for the group and which for the unit. For example, the government, who are in talks right now, are reviewing the law. Or the government, which is in talks right now, is reviewing the law. You see the difference? Now, despite the fact that 3 is a plural number and minutes is a plural noun, this sentence uses a singular verb. And this is because within the context, 3 minutes is considered to be 1 unit of time. This is also true for amounts, distances, periods of time, quantities, weights, etc. Here are some more examples. Be careful with expressions with one. Even if the noun is plural, we still use a singular verb. This is easy to remember with something like, one of my friends has a Ferrari, but much more difficult when you have a sentence such as, more than one of us is a secret undercover agent. Shh. Finally, when speaking mathematics, the verb can be singular or plural. And the funny thing is that people often switch inconsistently, even in the same sentence. So for example, 2 and 3 is 5, 2 and 3 are 5, or 2 plus 3 is 5. Finally, a quick note about indefinite nouns, such as somebody, anywhere, nothing, and the others. They take singular verbs. For example, someone is at the door. However, once you've referred to somebody using someone, the pronoun that we use to refer to the same person is they, which takes a plural verb. And this is because we don't know if the person is a he or a she. For example, someone is at the door. They are knocking loudly. So, when two nouns are joined with and, we use a plural verb. For example, the king and the queen are coming. But when two nouns are so commonly put together that they are thought of as a single unit, then we use a singular verb. For example, oh, fish and chips is the best meal a man can have. And be careful when two nouns refer to the same thing. The verb may change. So for example, the new CEO and majority shareholder is coming, that's one person, or the new CEO and majority shareholder are coming, that's two people. You got it? Now, when two singular nouns are joined with or, we use a singular verb. But be careful, because if a singular noun and a plural noun are joined in this way, then the verb agrees with the closest noun to it. This is also true for sentences with either or neither nor. For example, a pizza or a curry is being delivered. Or, a pizza or 3 curries are being delivered. Huh. It's a good thing I'm hungry. Sometimes in English we separate a subject from a verb, and this is usually because of a prepositional phrase, which is a phrase that describes the noun starting with a preposition. For example, this bunch of bananas is ripe, or these bunches of bananas are ripe. Unfortunately, this can lead to some extremely long and complicated sentences, such as, the builder of the house of my family with the blue overalls in the white car on the main road just over the bridge next to the school is a nice man. Whew. However, the solution is simple. Remove all the prepositional phrases between the head noun and the verb, and now you know what to make the verb agree with. So the builder is nice. Wasn't that easy? A cleft sentence is a structure that English speakers use to emphasize a particular point. They often, but not always, start with a WH word. For example, what really makes me angry is people who throw rubbish on the ground. The most interesting thing I saw last night was the elephant at the theatre. However, cleft sentences often use very large subjects. What really makes me angry is... And they often have long complements. People who throw rubbish on the ground. Because of this, the verb can agree with either the subject or the complement. And in the case of a plural complement, the verb can be plural. So for example, what really makes me angry are people who throw rubbish on the ground. And the most interesting thing I saw last night were the elephants at the theatre. Have you got it?